Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
You got a good Kevin Hart story you want to pass along? What do you have?
Kevin Hart almost sunk my career, right? As I was literally the getting going. So I had a few movies, and Kevin Hart it was somebody that Hollywood was not really checking for, okay? And we made a movie called Think Like a Man, which is based on a book by Steve Harvey. And it came out, and it was #1 at the box office, performed really well. The very next movie was the breakout for Kevin, because that was an ensemble. The next movie was a movie called Ride Along. Kevin Hart and Ice Cube, the consummate straight man OG Ice Cube, right? I got Kev, I got Cube, biggest budget of our careers, showing everybody that the movie wasn't a fluke. It's our time. I'm on set with Kevin Hart. He calls me in his trailer. He's like, hey, next Friday, I need to get off a little bit early because I got to go do a show. I said, okay, let me just check the schedule. I said, Kevin, actually, not only do we have a big day Friday, we shoot Saturday as well. That's the worst day for you to get off early. He's like, do we shoot Saturday? You know, somebody gives you that high-pitched voice that you know they're lying. You know they know. So he gave me the Kevin Hart, do we shoot Saturday? I didn't realize that, Will. He gave me that. So it turns out that he had actually double booked himself. While we're in the most major movie of our career, he has booked his next comedy stand-up special to be filmed live.
To be filmed?
At Madison Square Garden, sir, in New York City.
What?
And he is springing this on me the week before said show. So I have no choice but to try to figure this out. Yeah. Let me tell you how my very good friend, very loyal, very hardworking, is a spawn of Satan. Because he then says, okay, Will, listen, I know I should have told you earlier, but trust me, I got you. Fly up there with me. I'm going to go do the show. We're going to fly back the same night, get back, and I'll shoot the next day. I promise you, I got it. You'll be there to make sure that everything goes right. I can tell that you gentlemen are intelligent and you realize how I was being set up.
Yeah, yes, sir.
It wasn't until I was in a nightclub at an after party for his show with Kevin Hart and Carmelo Anthony bringing over copious amounts of bottles with sparklers going, we're going to die tonight, fellas. He literally says that. He's like, we're going to have such a good time. We're going to die tonight. I'm like, no, we can't die tonight. I got to shoot in the morning. Like, we can die later. Like, during the playoffs, the Knicks won't be there. Like, come on, let's not die tonight, right? Anyway, at that moment, when Kevin goes, well, I tried, I realized it was like Usual Suspects when you realize Kaiser Soze was. I was like, he planned this because
he's no longer walking with a limp,
dude. If just the star leaves set, right, and then doesn't come back and the movie's in jeopardy, the star's in big trouble. If the producer of the movie is with him, I'm complicit. I'm the one. It all falls on me. It was a harrowing night. That is one of the many stories I tell, and the lesson I learned from it, which is, expect the unexpected and always believe people when they show you who they are. I knew Kevin Hart was the type to pull something like this, and I still let him get it past me. Never again.
So, follow-ups.
So good.
Follow-ups. When did you return to set?
I had to get a police escort from that nightclub. I literally begged Carmelo Anthony to take a die tonight rain check. I said, let's not die tonight. Let's die later. I've got to get him back. And I literally had like 40 minutes to get to Teterboro, the private airport in New York, before my pilots timed out, and it would have all been for naught. So I got a police I begged Carmelo Anthony. He goes, all right, get out of here. I'm going to let you go this one time. I knocked drinks out of everybody's hand. Kevin, let's go. I grab him by his collar. Yeah. I have cops escort us to the private jet, and we literally take off with like 15 minutes to spare before the pilots would have timed out. We get back an hour before our call time. We all go straight to set, straight from the nightclub. Hair and makeup and wardrobe, they go to Kevin, get him done, and he's on set, and we shot that whole day, and I actually was able to finish the movie. Grace of God. I mean, it's crazy.
How did the pros pro of Cube handle all of this?
Dude,
was he aware of this?
The way he always handles it, which is like, I mean, you know, I'm ready when he is. I'm ready. Where is he? Is it time to shoot? I tell you another story, Rich. I shot Ride Along at the same time that we shot Straight Outta Compton. And I executive produced that movie. And so I'm on set with, this was Ride Along 2 actually, with Ice Cube. And Ice Cube is shooting opposite Kevin Hart. And we have these iPads where we're watching the live production happening of Straight Outta Compton in LA. We were shooting in Miami and Atlanta. And Ice Cube, remember, he's in a movie acting, but the definitive story of NWA is being shot on the other side of the country that he's watching. By the way, his son, his movie debut for his son, O'Shea Jackson Jr., is happening. By the way, his son is playing him. I was on set with Cube. I was like, how are you keeping all this straight? Like, how in the world, with everything going on, are you able to then go do, like, jokes with Kevin Hart with all this? He was like, hey, man, you got to stay focused. You got to keep the main thing the main thing. I live that mantra to this day. Too many times, Rich, we give too much energy to things we can't control. We lose our focus, right? We all have a finite amount of energy that we can pour into the things we're trying to accomplish. You got to keep the main thing the main thing. So Cube was like, when I'm on set, I'm on set. When I'm not, I'm watching what's going on. I'm calling back to the director, calling to my son. But then when I got to go back and act, I act. I stay focused. I keep the main thing the main thing. I learned that from him.
I love that, man.
Yeah.
And one of our favorite people is O'Shea Jackson Jr.
Oh, he's super talented.
Who frequently appears on this program and also co-hosts a weekly wrestling pod, No Contest Wrestling, with that gentleman over your right shoulder.
He is the man, TJ.
That's right. He is. So we love
O'Shea
O'Shea
Jr.
here.
is super talented.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.